Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244, and unexpectedly during the PlayStation State of Play last night, unexpectedly they dropped the announcement trailer for 007 The First Light. This wasn't expected until this Friday at the Summer Games Fest and during the IO Interactive Showcase. So this was just out of nowhere. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the trailer and then I'm going to get down into the breakdown and give you my first impressions and thoughts. And without further ado, let's get straight into it.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority, same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting. I suppose this is another teachable moment.
So James Bond is back in gaming. The 007 First Light trailer just dropped at Sony's State of Play, and I'm pretty hyped to break it down for you, to be honest. Is this the Bond game that we've been waiting for since GoldenEye? I don't know, but let's dive into my first impressions. Shaken, not stirred. Okay, I'm not going to do that again, that's cringe. Anyway, hit the like button if you're excited for this, and without further ado, let's get into it. So, 007 First Light is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC and Nintendo Switch in 2026. That's the official release date we got. It's not an accurate date, but it's 2026. Developed by IO Interactive, as you know, the Hitman Legends, and that's their take on a young, unpolished James Bond. After 13 years without a big Bond game, this trailer's got me pretty hyped, to be honest, but it's also got me a little curious, so let's talk about it. As the trailer kicks off, it already ticks all the boxes of a pure James Bond kind of vibe. We've got snowy mountain chases, we've got the neon lit cities, and that iconic On Her Majesty's Secret Service theme. Did you notice that? That's pretty cool. It's one of my favourite ones out of all the films. It's an origin story. It's basically showing a young James Bond fresh from the Royal Navy, chasing a rogue agent. They mentioned 009, so maybe he's the rogue agent. So he's got to earn his 006, but he's not the tuxedo-clad 007 that we know. So think Casino Royale reboots, but with a more raw and reckless edge. I just want to mention the car as well. That's a late 80s, 88 or 89 Aston Martin V8 Vantage. So I think that was in the Living Daylights movie, if I'm not mistaken. You know, the pop-up headlights, a roaring engine, proper Bond nostalgia. I think that's what they're going for. But overall, it's teasing stealth combat and some slick driving sequences. You know, like I said, it's checking off all the boxes of a pure Bond experience. Sneaking quietly or go full gun action. So it's giving you open-ended options here. But we didn't see really much gameplay overall. I think it was just like very scripted sequences that it was showing there. But we'll have to wait for the actual proper gameplay breakdown, stuff like that, when it comes on Friday at Summer Games Fest. So, yeah. The visuals are actually really good. The Glacier engine is actually showing off here a little bit. The vibrant colours with the classic Bond touches, the Walter PPK, the gadgets, the quips, they're all front and centre. Obviously the car as well, stealing the show. But yeah, it shows off all the set pieces as well, like the mountain areas and the tropical island area and stuff like that, and the sneaky areas and stuff. It does look really good, to be honest. It does look really good. Okay. So, what's got me excited about this is originally I was pretty worried about the fact that it might be just a very linear game and you'll just go in, do your thing, and get out. But they've said no to that, and they've decided to have a more open-ended version of how you want to play. Do you want to play it stealthily? Do you want to play it all guns blazing? There's different ways to play, and it's going to add so much more replayability. So they've updated the website, and they've added more information about the game on there. So I'm going to read that out to you. So it says, follow James Bond as a young, resourceful, and sometimes reckless recruit in MI6's training program, and discover an origin story of the world's most famous spy. After a heroic act, young naval air crewman James Bond is offered to join the newly revived 00 program. But when a mission to stop a rogue agent ends in tragedy, he must join forces with his reluctant mentor, Greenway, to expose a deep conspiracy and stop a looming coup at the heart of the state. Discover a new standalone reimagined James Bond origin story and the events that lead an audacious young hero to become the best MI6 agent. Embark on missions in breathtaking locations, drive iconic vehicles, and dive into a cinematic adventure in pursuit of a rogue agent who's always one step ahead. Go silent or go loud. Whether fighting with fists or firepower, using gadgets to infiltrate, or bluffing your way past guard, the approach is entirely up to you. Test your skills and replay your favourite missions with additional modifiers for endless espionage fun. Modifiers. So there's probably ways to increase the difficulty or give you less or more options. So it's interesting. So you have multiple ways of going about these missions. So as we saw in the trailer of him just walking around, he's got a Diana in his ear telling him what to do, all that kind of stuff, as you do. But it looks like it's going to have social stealth, it's going to have regular stealth, and it's going to have a lot of action, it seems, which is exactly what fits the Bond theme, Bond vibe, and it's checking all the boxes. One thing I wasn't too sure of, though, is actually James Bond himself. I understand that the scar and everything is supposed to be accurate to the Ian Fleming's book of how he described James Bond. And I understand he must be like mid-20s if he's like just got fresh out of the Navy and has just been hired and been shown to be proven as a 00 agent. But I don't know, he just comes off as really cocky rather than a likable person. James Bond has always been a confident person, yeah, sure, but he's like, the vibe doesn't fit with him. Everything else seems fine. It's just him. It just comes across as an unlikable, cocky kind of guy, and the little smirk and stuff like that. I'm not sure I like it, but maybe it'll warm on me over time. But well, we'll see. And I've got a sneaky feeling that this is going to be like the start of a trilogy as well. I just got a feeling of that. Like, why would you start with an origin story as a young Bond? Eventually, you're going to want to get to the stage where he's done in the tuxedo, going into the casinos and stuff like that. It's going to be all those kind of vibes and stuff. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, the set pieces look cool as well. Hopefully there's going to be a lot of chase sequences as well with the car chases and maybe jet ski chases or stuff like that. It fits all the vibes and stuff like that. One thing I did notice that looked a bit off in the trailer as well is the animations look a bit fast. I mentioned during the live stream when I was reacting to it, I said the animations look a bit rubbery. And so I couldn't really describe how I felt about it. It's just sort of like... So what I did, I slowed the video down to 0.75. And the animations looked normal. They looked correct how they should be. And I think the animations were just sped up a little bit too much. And it just makes it a little bit unreal. It looks a little more unrealistic. So hopefully they slow that down a little bit and hopefully they can dial that in. It does say it was all alpha footage. So they've got plenty of time to fix that and sort all that shit out. So... But yeah, it just looked really good. I'm pretty excited for this. The fact that it's going to have multiple ways of playing it is going to add so much replayability to it. And I think it's going to be really, really good. I think this is going to be good for the channel. I think it's going to be good for everyone's 2026. 2026 is building up to be a massive, massive year. But mostly I want to know what you guys think. We ain't going to see any of the gameplay proper until Friday and the Summer Games Fest and the IO Interactive Showcase. So hopefully we'll learn a lot more then. But until then, that's pretty much it. I will jump into that on Friday once we've got all the more information. On Saturday, I'll be making the video on it, diving deep into all the stuff that they mentioned and reading out all the notes and going through all the details of all the gameplay and stuff like that and try and tell you as much as I possibly can with all the information that I know. But yeah, what do you guys think? Also, that animation where he pulled the guy over the desk and punched him in the face, I'm sure that's a Hitman animation. I'm pretty sure I've seen that either in Absolution or this game. But yeah, I've definitely seen that before. And also that little screenshot of the woman sitting next to a pool. It looks like the spitting image of Haven Island. Let me show you. I mean, look, it's even got like, the gym up there. I wonder if it is. I wonder if it is actually Haven Island. So they just use this as an asset, as like a... As a way to just get their trailer together. I'm just curious. Maybe that's what they've done. I don't know. But it looks very, very much like Haven Island there. The pool and the gym that's at the top. But maybe I'm completely wrong. I'm not sure. But it just it looks exactly the same. Even the NPCs look the same. But that's not a dig or anything. I'm just pointing that out. It's just, I'm just making my observations. But anyway, like I said, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, guys, on what you've seen in the trailer and what your first impressions are of James Bond. Are you liking the look? Are you liking the vibe? Let me know down in the comments. But for this video, that's going to do it for this one. I will see you on Friday in Friday's stream for the Summer Games Fest, where hopefully we'll see some more gameplay footage of 007 First Light. And definitely on Friday, during the Friday stream, after the Summer Games Fest, there'll be IO Interactive Showcase showing you gameplay of it. So either way, we're going to see some more details of this. So stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you've got the notifications turned on the channel. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed this. And excited to see more James Bond. I am. Make sure you share all your thoughts and comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.